Welcome back to the official English channel. Today's conversation is something every English learner needs to hear, especially if you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start speaking. Let me tell you a secret. That perfect moment you're waiting for, it doesn't exist, and it never will. The only real moment you have is right now, the moment you decide to stop overthinking and actually use the English you've been learning. Today, John and I will walk you through a new way of looking at English, one that removes fear, pressure, embarrassment, and perfectionism, because once those things disappear, speaking becomes natural, enjoyable, and surprisingly easy.
Exactly. Most people don't struggle with English because they're bad at it. They struggle because they're scared of making mistakes. And here's the truth nobody told you in school. Mistakes don't stop you. They move you forward. Think about it. No child learns their first language perfectly. They say broken sentences. They mix words. They pronounce things wrong. And guess what? Everyone still understands them. You learned your first language through trying, not through perfection. And the same applies to English. Today, Sophia and I are going to break this myth that English must be flawless to be useful. It doesn't. What you need is courage, consistency, and simple daily practice.
Let's begin with a question. How many times have you stopped yourself from speaking because a voice in your head said, "My grammar isn't perfect. What if they laugh at me? What if I sound stupid? What if they don't understand me? What if I make a mistake?" John and I have heard these fears from thousands of learners. But here's the interesting part. These fears don't come from English. They come from judgment, the idea that you must be flawless to speak. But English is not an exam. English is a tool for connection, opportunity, expression, and growth. Tools don't have to be perfect to work. Your phone might have scratches, but it works. Your car might have dents, but it drives. Your English might have mistakes, but it communicates. That's what matters.
Let me tell you something that will change the way you look at English forever. Fluent speakers aren't perfect. They're confident. Yes, confidence makes you sound fluent long before perfection does. Some native English speakers don't know grammar terminology. Some mix up words. Some spell things incorrectly every day. Some pronounce things differently depending on region, culture, or mood. Yet they communicate without fear. Why? Because they understand something most learners don't. Language is about expressing your ideas, not performing flawlessly.
So, let's talk about the first mindset shift you need. 1. Speak with confidence, not correctness. Imagine you're building a house. Would you wait until all the materials arrive before starting? Of course not. You start with what you have. Your English is the same. You may not have every word yet. You may not have every tense memorized. You may still mix up in, on, and at, but you have something. You have enough knowledge to begin. Use what you have. Build as you go. Improve while moving. Learning happens through action, not hesitation.
Here's a story. A friend of mine moved abroad with very basic English. He only knew simple sentences like, "I go market," "You help me," "This good." Was it perfect? No. Was it enough? Absolutely. Within 6 months, he was speaking fluently. Why? Because he used English every day. He didn't wait for perfection. He let progress happen naturally. He didn't fear mistakes. He used them. Every mistake taught him something new. Every imperfect sentence built his confidence. Every bold attempt strengthened his communication. This is what fluent people do. This is what you can do.
Which brings us to the next mindset shift. 2. You don't learn to speak English by studying, you learn to speak by speaking. Studying is great. Books help you, videos help you, lessons help you. But speaking transforms you. Let me give you an example. You can watch 500 videos about swimming. You can study every stroke. You can memorize every technique. But unless you step into the water, you will never learn how to swim. English works the same way. You don't become a speaker by watching others speak. You become a speaker by opening your mouth. Practice is the bridge between learning and fluency.
Let's break a big myth. Many learners believe they must understand English perfectly before speaking. But the truth is the opposite. Speaking improves understanding, not the other way around. When you speak, you train your brain to think in English, respond in real time, use the words you know, stretch your vocabulary, become comfortable with mistakes, develop natural flow. This is why people who practice speaking for 10 minutes a day improve faster than people who study grammar for 3 hours. Speaking activates confidence. Confidence activates fluency.
Here's a simple exercise you can start today. The 3-minute speaking habit. Every day, choose one topic and speak about it for 3 minutes. You can talk about your day, your goals, your plans, your favorite movie, what you learned today, anything. No script, no preparation, no pressure. Just speak. Record yourself if you want. You will notice improvements within a week. This small practice retrains your brain to use English actively, not passively.
Now, let's address something every learner struggles with. 3. Stop translating. Start thinking. Translating slows you down. Thinking in English speeds you up. When you translate, your brain does this. Your language, English, speak. That's 2 extra steps. A slow system, a stressful system. But when you think in English, your brain does this. English, speak. Fast, clear, natural. Thinking in English doesn't require perfection. Start with simple thoughts. I go now. I eat breakfast. I feel happy. I want water. These basic thoughts slowly evolve into more advanced ones as your brain adjusts.
Here's another important point.
Don't aim for perfect grammar. Aim for clear communication. Grammar is important, but it's not the most important thing. If someone understands your message, you have succeeded. Let me show you something. Sentence with perfect grammar. I would like to inquire whether you are available to assist me with this task. Sentence with simple grammar. Can you help me with this? Which one is easier? Which one is more natural? Which one is used more often in real life? The simple one. Communication beats complexity every time. Here's a rule I want you to remember. If they understand you, your English is good enough. Fluency isn't about perfection. It's about clarity, confidence, and connection. The world has more non-native English speakers than native English speakers, by millions, which means most English conversations happen between people who also make mistakes. You are not alone, and you are not expected to be perfect.
And now, let's talk about something powerful. 5. English is not a performance. It's a conversation. You are not on a stage. You are not being judged. You are not taking an exam. You are simply talking to another human being. Conversations are messy. People interrupt each other. People pause. People forget words. People use simple sentences. People say, like, you know. This is normal. Real English is not polished or academic. It's human. So allow yourself to be human when you speak it.
And finally, before we wrap up part 1, here is the biggest message of today. 6. The only way to become confident is to begin while you're still nervous. Courage doesn't appear before you take action. Courage appears because you take action. You become confident after speaking, not before. You become fluent through mistakes, not by avoiding them. You grow while practicing, not by waiting for perfection. Waiting for the right moment is the only thing stopping your progress. Start now. Start small. Start imperfect. Just start.
And that's where we'll pause for today. In part 2, John and I will go even deeper with real examples, daily speaking practice techniques, confidence-building tools, mindset shifts, and a powerful closing message you don't want to miss.